Kelley Berliner here with the Archaeological Conservancy. Today I am out at the Conservancy's first preserve in Pennsylvania. This is the Sony site, and this is the site of what was a very large Monongahela village that dated to approximately 1000 AD up until almost the time of European contact. It's very likely that there are also earlier occupations at this site, as it's a very significant and large site spread out over a substantial area. The Conservancy has preserved a number of these Monongahela village sites dating to different time periods within the time span that has been defined for the Monongahela culture. And many of them are centered around this particular part of Western PA. So as you can probably hear, or maybe even see the trucks going by behind me, we're in a pretty busy area. This is within a technology park. When this park was planned to be developed, there was some initial investigations carried out on the site by archaeologist Christine Davis, which showed, as I've said, that the site is very substantial. There's a lot of material here, there's a lot of research potential, and based on that, the county that was developing this technology park decided to donate the property to the Archaeological Conservancy, which is why in the midst of this development, there's now some open space area that we have preserved and maintained. So one thing that made this a good location for a village site is that it's located at the edge of a swamp. So there would have been a lot of resources available. And there were also several prehistoric Native American trails that intersected here. And it's thought that there may have been as many as 500 circular houses within the site, with two stockade walls and a defensive trench around it. So again, one of the largest Monongahela villages found in Pennsylvania. There really aren't many Monongahela village sites, or actually any that are found with European trade goods, so it's not really clear what happened to these people prior to European contact, if they moved somewhere else, changed in place, or if they were incorporated with other groups, so there's a lot more research that could be done. The people living at this site were certainly farming. They were also hunting and gathering from the surrounding region. Again, there was a lot of swampy areas, so there were a lot of resources to be had. And what's interesting is that it looks like people were staying in this place for a long period of time when compared to other village sites. So there must have been enough area to farm and enough resources that they were able to sustain themselves here for a longer time period. Though negotiations for the property went on for an extended period of time, we finally closed on the land in 2005, and this has maintained open green space within the technology park, and we make sure that it is mowed and maintained, and a lot of vegetation grows up here, a lot of native vegetation grows up that provides some habitat area in an otherwise disturbed landscape. So we're very grateful that the county here decided to preserve this incredibly important resource and to work with the Archaeological Conservancy to ensure that it is protected and managed. Management is pretty low-key. We try to keep this parcel mowed so no woody growth comes up, and otherwise just come through the area routinely to check on things and make sure there's no disturbance. Everything looks pretty good out here today, aside from it being kind of a gray, rainy and muddy day, but that's okay. So that's what's involved with checking up on the Sony site.